Hi, guys. Welcome back to Blossom Living with POI. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. So, I thought I would do a live video for the thyroid update. I've decided I'm going to start doing live videos actually because that way I don't need to do a lot of video editing because editing takes time when I shoot the video the other way. I'm just trying to find ways to just cut out time in terms of editing. How's everyone doing? I don't know if there's anyone live right now. Then the video is going to be uploaded after the live then. So I couldn't use my phone to go live because I'm not eligible through YouTube. I could only use my laptop. So it might not be too clear, but I hope it's clear enough that you guys can actually see me. So thyroid update. If you have watched my last video on my thyroid update on my channel, you know I talked about being in remission. I went into remission around June, July, I believe, and I also spoke about that I was going to be seeking a private doctor in terms of for my thyroid. And one of the reason why I decided to go seek a private doctor is because in the public clinic, I felt like I'm going to be honest, I felt like because my thyroid levels were like in a good condition. So they were kind of ready for any treatments, like a permanent treatment, because the range of my thyroid was very good. So like every time I went for my appointment, every single time it's like, Anita, you need to do radioactive iodine. This is the right time to do that. And I was reluctant to do radioactive iodine because there's a few things I was reading online in terms of radioactive iodine. There was a lot of things I was reading, and cancer was one of them. That radioactive iodine can cause cancer, and I was very worried about that. And also because I'm also on groups as well, on thyroid groups, and a lot of people they share their experience there as well. So I decided to ask questions to people who has done radioactive iodine about their experience, and 90% of those people that replied to me said that they regretted doing radioactive iodine because it made things worse for them. So this wasn't really the reassurance I was looking for. Medication whenever my thyroid relapse. So meaning that for me personally, I am not going to be doing any treatment. I'm not going to be taking any permanent treatment in terms of radioactive iodine treatment or surgery. I'm not going to be doing any of that. I'm going to continue to, I'm going to keep my thyroid. And whenever my thyroid relapses, like I've been in remission. This is the longest time I've been in remission actually since June. I've never been in remission this long before. So I'm going to continue to take my thyroid medication whenever my thyroid relapses because that's okay for me. But he said that it is okay to continue to take thyroid medication, which is the new Newman Macazin. Yeah, the Newman Macazin, which that's what I take. It is okay to continue to take that lower dose to treat your thyroid. And for me, the neuromacazine, the highest I've ever taken is 20 or 25 milligram. And if not, the other dose have been very low. I've been between like 10 to 5 milligram of neuromacazine. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. When I took 25 milligram, 20 to 25 milligram a long time ago, that was towards the end of 2017. And the reason for that is that I went back to college that period, and I know I was kind of feeling out of sorts, but I thought it was because of the pressure from college and everything. And towards the end of 2017, I went to a very crazy state whereby I had to be rushed to the hospital. I felt like I was going mad. And when they did my blood work, my thyroid was over the roof. Like they were like, Anita, your thyroid is so high. So that was the first time I had to be on a very high dose of that medication. But having said that, I've always been on a low dose of the medication. So I am happy with the decision that the doctor and myself have made based on my record and my blood work to keep my thyroid and continue to take my medication whenever my thyroid relapsed. So I'm very much happy with that because I really did not want to do any of the option of the treatments. I didn't want to do anything. But one of the questions, I had a few questions for him as well too, and I wrote them down because I have to write things down. If not, I do forget. Can you believe that I decided to do live after actually recording this video for almost 1 to 2 hours. Now I'm doing live. I could have used that 2 hours to do something else. So I have a few things written down. I want to make sure I say everything that I have written down. So now with the radioactive iodine, what happens with that is that if you're going to do a treatment for that, they give you I don't remember the name of the drink, but they do give you a radioactive drink. You take that, and then there's some preparation that you have to do before you start the treatment, and then you have to stay away from people, I think, for about two weeks. And then after that, there's like a 50% chance that it might not work. So with the radioactive iodine, the like 50% chance is that you're going to become underactive. For majority of people, they become underactive. It doesn't stop your thyroid straight away. You're going to become underactive, and the first dose might not work, and then you have to take a second dose then. But most likely, you're going to become underactive, which of course, underactive is much more easier to treat. But there are some people that have actually said that they would have preferred to be overactive than underactive. So I guess it's different for everybody, and it's completely different for individuals as well too. So yeah, so you might have to take a second dose the second time around because if the first dose does not work. But most likely you're going to become underactive. It's not going to treat your thyroid. And then the other thing that I was worried about was the cancer. So he said to me that, of course, radioactive iodine can, there is studies out there that it can cause cancer, but he said that it's very low, that the percentage of that is very, very low and it's rare. So with that being said, I was still not very comfortable of doing anything that has to do with radioactive iodine. So I'm just very happy that I don't have to do that at all. So, and then one of the other things that I asked him as well then was, if I have to leave my thyroid, and right now I'm in remission, and then let's say my thyroid relapses let's say tomorrow or next month, and like would I continue to take my Newman Macazin over and over again for the next like 20-30 years, because that's kind of like a circle. I'm going around the circle. Would that not have any kind of like long-term side effect on me? And he said no, that it shouldn't have any sort of long-term side effect, because as long as it's being treated in a lower dose. So I think that lower dose, the word lower dose, is really important. If you're being treated on a lower dose, you can actually continue to take it for a long period of time, 20, 30, 40 years. It doesn't matter. But of course, when it comes to people who have women who are pregnant or getting pregnant or anything like that, it's a different case, because you have to be treated, because we know thyroid can affect your pregnancy. So you have to be treated on that, based on that thing. So that would be brought up if you're thinking of getting pregnant. But for me, because I have POI, because I already have premature ovarian insufficiency and I can't really get pregnant, I suffer from infertility issues. There's a 5 to 10% that I might be able to get pregnant. But the decision that I have made for myself so far, based on what's going on so far, because we know that life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but for me, adoption, it's kind of like the direction that I'm looking at. Getting pregnant and having my own child, having my own child, is not really something I have my hopes on or that I plan to do. Adoption is kind of what I'm looking at. So I don't really mind that I have to continue to take, be on Newman Macazin for a long time and keep my thyroid. I do not mind doing that at all. Yeah. So, and I said to him, if I continue to take it and it goes around the circle in the next 20, 30 years, 40 years, what about my thyroid gland? Would that not affect my thyroid gland in a way? Would that not get bigger? Would that not make it more difficult for me in the future? What would happen then? And he said that no, it shouldn't. He said no, it shouldn't, because if you're treated on a lower dose, it shouldn't affect your gland. Your gland should not get any bigger. Now, there is a difference between a swollen gland and noodles, because I know some people get noodles and they cannot breathe, it affects them. And when you have a swollen gland, now when you have noodles that is serious, that's something you need to, be more careful about, because that can affect you in a lot, in many ways. So yeah, so I know some people that have noodles, that's why they go for radioiodine, or they go for surgery to kind of like to get things sorted. So he said now that should not. But I have noticed with me is, since I've been in remission, there are sometimes that some mornings when I wake up, my throat is swollen, but it doesn't affect me from breathing. I can breathe, but I feel like my throat is swollen. I don't know if you can see now. It's a bit swollen, but I'm okay. And then sometimes, like as the day progresses, then the swollenness goes down, and then it kind of it differs. Like it's, I don't know what happens sometimes, but sometimes it gets swollen, sometimes it goes down. But he said no, it should be fine as long as that's something that'll be, I have to check up on a regular basis. So the plan is, going forward is, my appointment is going to be every 3 months. So I'm going to be going for an appointment with the doctor, private doctor, every 3 months for the next 1 year. Then after that, it's going to be like maybe every 6 months then. So I definitely plan to keep my private doctor, because I feel more comfortable, and I feel like it's much better for me. I have called the public like hospital already, and I told them I no longer wish to, attend an appointment with you guys. I'm gonna stay with my private. I don't mind if I have to pay a lot of money for it. I'm doing it for myself, for my health, and for me to be comfortable that I have someone I can speak to on a one-to-one basis. I noticed there's one person online. I hope you can hear me. I didn't test my mic, so I really hope my mic is working. So on a one-to-one basis, and I have health insurance as well too. So my health insurance will always give me like 50% back on that. So what was the next question that I asked? Now again, with the radioactive iodine and the surgery, they both have their own side effects, long-term and short-term side effects. So I found a few articles, actually, resources. I'm going to share them with you. So check the description box. I'm going to share a few resources. If you're thinking of going for the radioactive iodine, and you want to find out more about it, so you can have questions to ask your doctor or whatsoever, to make sure that you're doing the best thing for you, check the description box. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything else that I wanted to add. Yeah, so in terms of the twitching, for those of you that know that I suffer from twitching, I can definitely confirm that the twitching is relating to thyroid. So my doctor said that the twitching should reduce in due course, because now that I'm in remission, the twitching should start to reduce. That usually what happens with twitching is, if your thyroid has relapsed like so many times, I think it's usually like the side effect from it that you start to twitch. Have I seen any difference in my twitching? I wouldn't say, but I know that there are some days that the twitching is much better than other days. So some days I have crazy twitching, and other days it's not so bad. But I'll definitely keep an eye on that and see if it reduces. And I also asked the doctor that when you're in when someone is in remission, can they be getting symptoms of thyroid? He said no, you shouldn't be getting any symptoms of thyroid if you're in remission, because I have been getting some symptoms. If you know, like POI have some similar symptoms to thyroid. So I have been getting some symptoms, and I thought it was related to thyroid, but at least I know it's in relation to my POI, because I did change POI medication like a while ago. So at least now I have clarity on that. And so what else? That's pretty much it. Again, like I said, there's a 50% chance with the radioiodine. Like most times, you're going to become underactive. The same again with, and there's also long and short-term side effects to both the surgery and the radioiodine as well, radioactive iodine. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I forgot to mention anything now, maybe when I do my next update, I will probably, you know, say then. Oh yeah, in terms of my blood work. So after my appointment, I went to do my blood work, and I have the results here. So I'm going to share them. So my TSH was 5.44. Now this blood work is from September. I do have an appointment next month with the doctor, so I will be doing another blood work then uh, before my appointment. So I'll see then what's going on. So my TSH is 5.44, and your TSH is supposed to be 0.34.2. So my TSH is high, but he said not to worry about that. It's okay. And my free T4 is 18.2, and your free TG4 it's supposed to be between 12 to 22. So my TSH is normal. My free T3 is 4.4, and it's supposed to be between 3.1 to 6.8. So again, my TSH and my TG3 is good. My TG4 and my TG3 is good. My TSH is just slightly high, but he said nothing to worry about. I shouldn't worry about that at all. In fact, my thyroid is good. So yeah, and excuse me. And then of course there were other like blood work that was done in terms of my vitamin D, my iron, my calcium, my vitamin B12, and things like that. And all those came back as being okay. So yeah, so that is pretty much it. I will do another update, of course, after my appointment in December. And I know that I have not uploaded in a while, and there was a few people that were kind of messaging me saying, Anita, what's going on? Are you okay? Thank you so much for your concern. It's just that I have not been really motivated to upload, but I'm back now, and I have a few ideas on what I want to, record and upload. So I will do that within the next couple of months to next year. And if you guys have any suggestions as well, feel free to leave a comment below or send me a message on Instagram. Again, if you have any questions, leave a comment below or send me a message on Instagram. And if you're new, do subscribe to my channel. I do want this channel to grow, guys. So you guys need to support me and subscribe and share my videos with other people so they can subscribe as well too. Okay. Yeah, first time doing live. I think I'm gonna keep this up. I prefer to do live and then just upload. So that way I'm not doing a lot of editing. That will cut out on editing. I think that way I'll do more video, because sometimes the reason why I don't like to shoot videos is I think about all the editing I have to do. And so I said, okay, let me try live. So I'm going to start doing live on all my videos. So that will cut out on all the editing then. And you guys let me know what you think about it. And if it's clear enough, if you can hear me or if you can see me, let me know. If not, I'll just switch back to the recording and the editing then. So that is pretty much all I have to say on this thyroid update. I don't have anything else. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Like I said, yes, one more thing. Now, since my thyroid has been in remission, I have to say, I feel great. Like I was just saying to a family member the other day, I was like, I just feel so alive. I feel amazing. Of course, I still get symptoms like muscle weakness, body acheness. I feel very fatigued. I get those symptoms, but I know they are from POI, because POI as well has its own other kind of thing. But it's not as bad, because I feel like with the thyroid, it just made everything worse. Like it made my bone weakness worse. It made my fatigue worse. It made everything just more horrible. That's just how bad thyroid is. I know that there are some people on groups that I follow, and they talk about how people don't understand the effect of, thyroid. I understand. Trust me, I know how it feels. Thyroid is not a joking matter. Thyroid definitely affects your life. It affects your physical, your emotional, it affects your mental, it affects you like crazy. And since I've been in remission, I just feel so alive. I feel so great. I feel like I'm in a different level. So I just hope, this remission stays for a very long time. And this is the first time that I've been in remission for this long. I've never been in remission for this long before. So fingers for a very long time. And this is the first time that I've been in remission for this long. I've never been in remission for this long before. So finger crossed. And I'm going to leave this video here today because it's almost 30 minutes. I think I have said everything that I needed to say. There is nothing else I need to add. If I'm forgetting anything, well, we'll talk about that next time. Now, guys, I hope this video was enjoyable to you. And I will see you guys on my next video. Take care now. Bye.